Good morning, you guys. It is Wednesday, just jumping on the charts right now. Ended up actually just getting, like, you guys, that candle just closed right now for that buy signal right there. I'm going to see if we can get a short little pop down here, and let's see if we can capitalize on a quick little push here. I did not see that one come through. This looks like it might have actually already been able to close out. You guys see how this signal right here, buy signal, this was, gosh, I wish I was on here just a second earlier. I missed this entry on here. This is the wedge pattern, ended up coming up. This is the buy signal, and this is our target. Target has already been hit on there. Darn. Okay, let's see if I can get a little bit of pullback and see if we can get this to continue a bit higher. Now, level of resistance actually isn't even until way up here. So this does have some movement to run, which is great. But yes, that would have been, oh, I'm so mad. I so wish I had got that trade right there. That would have literally lasted a few seconds and been done for the day. Darn skis. Okay. All right, guys, take a look at this down here. Middle band, totally green. Money flowing back into the market. Green band here. This is the first break of this wedge, which was absolutely incredible. This ended up coming up. Strong bullish candle. Entry, exit. That would have been done right that second. So how do you manage a trade like this once you've actually already got a buy signal and you've missed it by literally a couple seconds? One, take a deep breath and don't get frustrated. What the heck? And then you go back and be like, all right, what can I do? How can I do this? If you end up getting a situation like this, what I like to do is wait for a little bit of a pullback. I like to see a pullback in an overall big run to see if we can get it on discount essentially and then run it back up just for the 5 points that we're looking at here on the 1 minute time frame. So we're not out of it yet. It's totally fine. Levels of resistance aren't up in here until higher. We are getting a slight little bit of a pullback here. You guys can see within that candle there. Let's go and bring this up here to actually the normal price and see what goes on. So again, we're above the profit wave there. We're coming down a little bit more. Actually, I like this as a pullback spot. I really do like this actually. This has come back even further. Gosh, look at that dip down. Even further now. Wow. Let's see. Wow, see how low that is right there? Let's see where this candle actually ends up closing out here. 36 seconds. This is a big dip down. So entry, take profit. That was a nice little quick scalp for whoever was taking that there. But wow, this is coming down even further and further. 26 seconds. Wow, look at that drop on there. This is why we specifically have these set at these targets. Get in, get out, take your profit, and just move on with the day. So incredible fast scalp. But if you're in late to some of these trades, guys, we just got to hold off. Exactly what I'm doing right here. Let's go and blow this up a little bit more so you can zoom into the action that's going on. Big down candle here. Absolutely massive. This is not an entry. This is actually a stop out. So if anyone was long in this position and you didn't already take profit on this, this is where I would look to be getting out of this. Guys, it's also why specifically on here, this is set at certain lengths on the 1 minute and 2 minute time frame to say, look to target those areas. I'm going to make sure over here on my DOM, it's good. Perfect. It's set to 20. So I set my DOM to 20 over here, and then I also set my metrics over here to make sure this is at 20. So essentially wherever that white dot is on entry, that's how far I need to go to then come up. Gosh, and then look at that. Then straight back up all the way through the roof. Absolutely insane, you guys. Look how much of a drop that is, and then a comeback just to the upside there. This price action is probably all the way up here now. Some of these are like, oh my gosh, if I could have just stayed in there, I could have made so much more money on that. But wow, what a movement just there. Gosh, price action is definitely moving a bit this morning. Here on still the 1 minute time frame, there isn't any individual candle that's engulfing 20 points. So I just want to stay here. So far, this one being populated, 51 seconds left. This has a flat bottom and a wick out the top. If it stays like that, what I do like to do is look at consolidation, pulling back, and then potentially as an entry going up here further. As long as this candle stays bullish here, this is where we can see a break even higher. And that's where I'll be looking to actually capitalize on just a quick 5 points here this morning. Trading with our pro accounts over here through Take Profit Trader. So he has 26 seconds left, 25 seconds left. Let's just see exactly what happens here and see how this ends up playing out. But everything so far, I do like this to be able to get a push up a little bit higher on this next candle. So we got 10 seconds left here, and I'll be entering this here with you live and managing this position to see exactly what happens. 3, 2, 1, and let's see if we get a breakdown. And I'm going to, ooh, I'm waiting a second on this one. I normally enter right away to see if we get a little bit of a pullback, only because there's so much congestion right here. You guys see how this is just like all over the place. This is not saying, okay, we're going to get it right away. We're not going to get it right away. Sometimes when you have just so much little bit of indecision here, it's so difficult. You know, what happened last time? We ended up coming down to this green area and then we shot all the way back up. And that's what I have a feeling could happen here as well. Let's see what this ends up doing, if it comes back down or not. Everything's still above our profit wave, which is great. Green background, green profit wave. We do want to be going long. Green middle band, money's flowing in. Everything's telling me right now, yes, this is still in a bullish trend. You just need to capitalize on a small little profit. And how are we going to do that? We're just going to be patient on here and see exactly what happens. See, this is coming down just like this candle did here. So much indecision just going on right now. So with trades like this, it's not a bad idea to sometimes maybe just wait that extra second to see what happens right after the candle closes, to see if we can get in to a better position. Definitely when you have doji candles like this, basically doji candles are just indecision. I mean, if the market doesn't know what it's doing, we don't want to force anything on our end. Like, honestly, that is the worst way to do any trading. You know, this would amazing. Like all this over here, if you guys are on your computers, I mean, you could literally draw this same wedge, the pattern that was happening here. You get a break of the wedge, buy signal, entry, exit. You know, this is where sometimes these videos are a little bit longer because you have to wait for certain setups to happen to be able to capitalize on those and just be patient. You know, there's one video I did that was almost 20 minutes. It's like, gosh, that's such a long video. But you know what? It was actually really good because it showed that, you know, sometimes you just don't get setups in the market. And you know, it's okay. It's okay to not trade every single day. All right, there you go. That was a good decision not to get into that trade, which was great. I really don't like to get into trades after buy and sell signals unless I have strong confirmation, or I end up getting the triple G's or triple R's, where if you switch over from a green to red background, a lot of times that first red bearish candle can be an entry to scalp out a quick 5 points. And that's actually what I'm possibly looking at here to see if we can get a little bit of a scalp here. So a lot of times here, a little technical analysis for you guys. This is where if you draw lines like this on your charts, this is the level of support. When this hits this area, sometimes you can see it bounce back up. This is where you either see it bounce up, or if it flushes down through, then you can enter. Now look at this, 13 seconds left. What is this right now? This is a classic triple R setup. Red background, red bearish Hiekin Ashi candle, price action below our profit wave. We have 3, 2, 1 seconds left. This is where I like the market to be going short and to see if I can capitalize on a quick little scalp to the downside. Triple R's, red background, red bearish candle, price action below. This is our profit target right at the bottom here. This is where this could eventually go down to. This is showing the greatest level of support. So it has room to run. This just needs to flush down a little bit to then take out this position and close. So let's stay here live with you guys and see exactly what happens with this, with our strong movement pushing down further now. Got about 19 seconds left on this candle. Let's see this flush down here a bit more. This would be really nice just to close this out and take these 5 points on here. But we will see exactly what happens. This is here again on the 1 minute time frame trading. Since a lot of our candles are not engulfing the 20 points on here right now, actually getting a big push back upwards. Gosh, don't like that at all. We are still below our profit wave, which is okay at this moment. Definitely down on this trade. Yeah, actually way more down on this trade than I want to right now. Gosh, well, you guys are going to see one heck of a loss on here if I have to close this out. But let's see at candle close where this ends up going. You guys see, look at that. That's where we need to end up coming down to on this. So this actually might be the first loss trade on here. And you know what? Sometimes it happens. It absolutely sometimes happens. And I'll have to close this out for you guys. 26 seconds left on here. Let's go and see exactly what happens on this trade. This is actually going to be one of the bigger losses that I want to on here. Candles on this one were actually engulfing, it looks like 20 points right at this area. Funny, right at the candle I get entered in on, it ends up going 20 points, which could potentially be a shift over to a 2 minute time frame. Let's wait here. 3, 2, 1. And there you go, guys. I got to show good risk management. That just closed it out. All right, losing trade. Sucks to do losing trades, but you know what? It happens. It absolutely happens. Way bigger than I want it to be. Of course, the day I go ahead and up my contracts from 2 to 3 is actually the day I end up getting a loss on that. So, yes, that was way bigger than I actually wanted to on here. I'll stay on here just a little bit longer just to see. Guys, got to be transparent. Got to show it. This is a huge loss on this one. Bad. Wow, that's an $1,800 loss. Not good at all. Um, Dang, sometimes that happens. It absolutely happens, and that actually wiped out a lot of the trades that were on there. So not gonna lie, not good on there at all. Let's go ahead and go back here, and let's see what happened. End up entering in on this candle here, triple reds, didn't work out. Ended up coming back up and hit the loss. So there you go. That is the first big losing trade. And you know what? It's a big lesson learned because, following even things like this, even having a big win rate for a long time, this ended up wiping out quite a bit of them. Quite a bit of them, and not really happy on that at all. But guys, I have to be transparent and show you these winning trades and showing the losing trades as well. So that is that trade. So I'm hoping you guys end up taking, I guess, rule of thumb here. Don't end up taking the trades I guess afterwards, when you have supports like this, just keep an eye out for that in the market when you get those trades, because sometimes they can go absolutely against you. And that was definitely a bigger loss than I went into on this account. Going for another trade right now would just be silly for me. I'm going to take it as the L for the day and absolutely just call it, because I don't want a revenge trade at all. Got to take it as a loss. And you know what? Sometimes you just got to suck it up and be like, didn't work out. It absolutely didn't work out. Played it specifically right above the profit wave. This was a little bit higher. To be honest, with price action like this, yes, probably should have been on the 2-minute time frame. Was there any buy or sell signals around at this time? Let's take a look once this populates here. No, so it actually would have saved that trade 100% and actually not got into it. But being over at the 1-minute time frame with price action being a little bit less here, which is why we're doing the technical analysis, this ended up stopping me out, and it was just not a profitable trade. So you know what? We win some, we lose some. Definitely way bigger than I wanted to on that trade. But I got to show you transparency here. So that is it. And hey, sometimes life gives you lemons. You got to make orange juice, squeeze out something different. That one just didn't work for me. All right, guys, you're seeing it here live. Great trades, losing trades. That was a losing trade and a bit bigger in my opinion. I'm going to go back to the drawing board with this and kind of see exactly how I can look at different trades on management side here to not incur something as big as that, because I know it happens on all of our accounts. So, all right, guys, have a great rest of your day. I'll come back here tomorrow and see exactly how we can play this out again. Take care.